Hey guys, it's Chef Brackman. I'm just here with some football banter, nothing serious, just reflecting on some things that have happened in the last week. As most of you know, Nigeria failed to qualify for the World Cup, which was a little bit upsetting for me because we're a really great team. And I do not understand why our government will be owing our players and our officials, and they'll get to a tournament and then they won't play because they're waiting for their wages. It's so distracting and disappointing. But that's not even the major thing that really got to me this week. It's the Italian coach deciding that Africa having more slots in the World Cup is detrimental to Europe and that it's not necessary. And that's just not fair because there are 54 countries in Africa and Africa does not send thanks for coming teams. Morocco has been in the semi-finals in the last World Cup. Cameroon, Senegal, and Ghana have been in the quarterfinals. And Nigeria has been in the round of 16 three times. So we do send really good teams. That's one. So we're not sending people who just go there, collect 10-0 and bow. No, we're sending really good teams. And then my national coach, the Nigerian coach, claiming that DRC was doing that the Congolese team was doing voodoo during the penalty shootout, and that's why we didn't win, was also very disappointing. It reminded me of stories that we heard about India when I was growing up. Actually, when I heard this, I was upset. So I went to my Indian driver just to know if he heard the same stories. So I asked him, India has never qualified for the World Cup. Why? And then he started laughing. So first of all, he was like, yeah, there are a lot of rumors, but that's not true. I said, okay, I heard that, you know, Indians will kick ball, the opposite goalkeeper will hit them balls, or sometimes the players will be running and be seeing lions. And then there was also a claim that FIFA banned them because they wanted to play barefoot. And we had a big laugh. And it turns out that it's more administrative and bureaucratic. So in the early days, I think India was initially invited to the World Cup in 1950, which they didn't go to. And they didn't take soccer seriously. They prioritized cricket and the Olympic Games. And the country being with 1.4 billion people and with a lot going on and having never developed the grassroots academies, it has really taken a toll. They do play for the qualifiers, but they just have never qualified. And then that brings me to Curacao, a country that I love very much. As you guys know, I do love Curacao. Qualifying was really amazing, and I wish them the very best. I hope they do well. Nigeria qualified for the first time in 1994. Rashidi Yekini scored our very first goal against Bulgaria, and we went ahead to win that match 3-0. And we were on top of our group, and Argentina was in that group. And then we lost to Italy in the round of 16, and that really united the nation. And we had the same momentum, good coach. We went ahead to win the first ever Olympic gold in 1996 in football. And I was awake. I was 10 years old, and we knew there was school the next day, but the whole street was really excited. So, why are we not prioritizing sports of football that can unite our nation? And we're owing our players. And then 1998, we also got to the round of 16. And these were foreign coaches. And then our own Stephen Keshi we won the AFCON Cup, and we also got to the round of 16. So I don't know, we have never beat our best. And our best World Cup record was in our first attempt in 1994. We started playing qualifiers from the 70s, and we finally qualified for the first time in 94. We got to the round of 16. We have one of the most talented teams in Africa and one of the most consistent in qualifying for the World Cup. And I think that we should put our effort in our football. So And then, so I would like to also congratulate Cape Verde, a very small nation, which I also went to last year for qualifying for the first time. And I visited Jordan this year, and there's the national pride all over the place for also qualifying for the first time. And my Dushi Curacao, I really, minimum quarterfinal, I want them to pull an upset. Like, I want it to be loud, like the type of upset that Greece pulled in the 2004 Euro that they beat Portugal in the final. So I was just musing around and I wanted to know your thoughts. Have a good evening. Bye.